Welcome to Truth and Company Boxing Podcast. I'm your host, John the Truth Dioria, and tonight we have a special guest for 20 random questions. It's Tyson. Not Mike, though. It's Lady Tyson. Destiny Day-Owens. How you doing, Destiny?
What's up, man? How you doing? I'm great.
I'm good. I know they thought it was Mike. They're probably a little disappointed, but that's okay. They'll learn who you are if they don't know who you are.
Yeah, they gotta get to know this Tyson.
Well, I'm glad that you could take time to come on the show. I know you're training. You're actually in camp, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick in case some of the fans haven't seen it online or BoxRec. You actually have your first title fight coming up. Now, it's out of the country, right? Is it in Colombia?
Yes, sir. Santa Marta, Colombia. I think I fought there before. It's a real nice area.
Okay, and who's your opponent?
Paulina Cardona, something like that. Yeah, I would have to look on Ryan Wasau's like social media. That's the president of the organization. He's been posting a lot about the fight.
Okay, so you are like the regular Tyson, because he didn't even care what his opponent's names were either. You're just going to get a belt.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't trying to make friends with her. You don't care what her name is. You ain't going to send her no Christmas cards. You're just going to go get the belt.
I just need my W. I need my belt. That's my concern.
Okay, and what exactly is this belt?
It's the WIBA. A lot of people I know, like women's boxers, Tori Nelson and people like that fought for it. It's a good belt that I've always seen myself fighting for eventually.
Okay, and for people that don't know Tori Nelson, you ain't a real boxing fan because she's a 13-time world champion. So if you guys didn't catch that reference that she just mentioned her, you need to go do your history.
Gotta do your research.
So listen, are you when is the date now? I know it's in like 3 weeks, right?
It's September 22nd.
Okay, and we don't know. We're gonna hope that somebody down there is gonna go live because we don't know if it's on TV or if there's a link somewhere for it. Possibly one of the promoters will put something up on your page. You'll keep people updated on your page.
Definitely. Everybody that's already a fan of me or just been following me for whatever amount of time, I keep everybody pretty updated. So, yeah. If I know something, everybody else will know something.
Well, good luck on winning your first title. Something tells me that's going to be your first of many.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to fight for every belt that I can. Every opportunity, I'm trying to take it.
All right, so are you trying to tell Tori Nelson that you're going to beat her record at 13 titles? Is that what you're trying to do?
Sure, I hope so. I go for 15.
Okay, that's a good goal to have. So are you ready for these random 20 questions?
I am.
All right. Question 1. Tell me about your background and your upbringing a little bit so some of the fans that don't know who you are know where you're from and what you kind of went through growing up.
I'm from Baltimore City, so it was just rough. I don't come from money or anything like that. We just had it rough. We had to come up. My mom was the only one to raise me and my 3 siblings with her. I had siblings on my dad's side too, but she worked full time my whole life, so she just had to support us pretty almost on her own. But my dad was in my life, and yeah, it was just rough. You're gonna fight a lot coming up in the city schools, just because I think so many people struggle where I come from. Like, you just already going around with a chip on your shoulder for the most part. So you gotta come up, and you're gonna end up with a certain mentality, like, about you, to where you just don't want to be messed with. And like, I think people like me, they just channel it into positive things like boxing. That energy.
Okay, so for people that aren't from the East Coast that hear about Baltimore on the news and things like that, so a lot of that stuff is true. Baltimore is a rough place to grow up.
I would say it is true. Like I've been here my whole life. I moved back and forth from state to state when I'm doing camps and stuff like that, and or visiting my family or something. But I've been in Baltimore my entire life. If you seeing something on the news or rumors or anything like that, more than likely it's true.
Okay. All right. Question 2: how did you get involved in the sport of boxing?
Just it was just something normal for me. We were always outside, just putting on gloves, and like it'll be a group of my friends, a group of somebody else's friends, and we just all want to see who could fight, who could beat each other, this and that. Um, so that I think that's how I got interested in it somehow, like just from being kids and just being outside doing stuff like that. But the real fights when I be in school or outside, just anything happening, real fights. A lot of people noticed I had anger problems. Like I was quick to fight. I wasn't the type to really like turn the other cheek and walk away. But I'm mature now. But so my dad eventually suggested something like boxing, and just I knew some people, and I went to a boxing gym and started hanging out and just seeing how it was. People hitting speed bags, and that was it just seemed so interesting to me for some reason. I don't know. I just wanted to fight. So it helped me with my anger issues. Once I actually got serious about it and started competing and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely good. People told me I was a natural too, so it worked out for me.
Okay. Question 3: what boxers have inspired you in your career?
I would say my favorite, like of all time, it would be Mike Tyson. But I love Ali too, Muhammad Ali, and Wolf for the females, and Clarissa Shields. Currently, like Clarissa Shields just going and winning the gold medal 2 times. That just showed me a lot. She's from a similar kind of background. Where she's from, it's rough there too. They didn't even have water for the longest, clean water. I don't know if that's even situated right now, but yeah, and she's around my age, so just seeing her going and doing something like that, it's like, all right, I know I could do it.
Okay. Question 4: do you have any boxing superstitions?
Um, Let me think. I don't think so, really. I don't think so.
No? All right.
Nope.
Question 5: what is something that your boxing fans don't know about you?
Mm, I have 3 kids.
And how do you find time to train and raise 3 kids?
You just gotta figure it out. If that's really what you want to do, you literally have to figure it out. Every day is some new struggle or some new twist thrown in, and you gotta have a support system too. But if it's something you want to do, I think that is very important that people know that I'm weathering through a lot of stuff just to make this happen, just to continue on what I've been doing.
Now, on a side note, I saw somewhere, and I don't know if you still have it, but don't you own a business too?
I do. I own a moving and hauling company, so I'm I'm always on the move. I'm either on the road, doing that, or at home training and stuff. So I started that so I could have more freedom and flexibility with my schedule to work around the kids and stuff. So
Okay.
typical 9 to 5s, it's hard. It's hard trying to do both.
Well, that's pretty impressive. 3 kids, training for your first title, and you own your own business. That's
I do.
that's pretty impressive. All right, question 6. What's the best advice you've ever gotten from another boxer, and who was it?
Let me see. I mean, well, I would have to say I'm not sure. I don't really get too much advice from fighters besides stay focused and the basics. just stay focused, live clean, and stuff like that. The best advice I got though was from my longtime trainer, Coach Mac, which was, if you're gonna do this, then put 100% effort into it. And it's something he always said was like, do it till they throw the dirt on you, basically until you die. Like, so that's what I gotta do.
Now
I
is
gotta
that
go hard until
is
I
that
die.
Mac Ellison?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Say
He's
that.
another one.
Say that advice again. What he said.
If you're gonna do it, then give it everything you got. Go 100% with it until you finish, or until they throw the dirt on you.
Nice. All right. Question 7. What motivates you?
Mm, just greatness. Just the fact that I can achieve something great. That's what motivates me. I wake up and I think about that. I don't want to be average.
Okay. Question 8. What is your opinion of the YouTubers and the internet influencers getting involved in the sport of boxing?
I think it's really good for the sport, for exposure, and as far as money is concerned, just bringing in more money to the sport. But I think it's not a game, and sometimes I don't know, like if that's the case with every one of those YouTube fights, because I know Jake Paul, he actually takes it pretty seriously. But for the most part, it's not a game. You can't just get into boxing off the street and just think you're gonna be a world champion. Like, you got to actually put in years, blood, sweat, and tears behind this. Like, and we're not fighting other YouTubers. More than likely, we're fighting somebody who's trained just as hard as we did. So, um, yeah, that's my opinion on it. I'm glad that they're coming over here because they're bringing the casuals. There's more casuals that's tuning in now, but just don't think it's sweet.
Okay. Question 9. Tell me an Can you tell me an interesting story so far out of your boxing career?
Interesting story. Let me think. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of crazy stuff that's gonna happen. Well, one time somebody almost broke my arm. Not even. It wasn't. It was dislocated. It was an accident though, but it was kind of crazy because the person had a crush on me, and I didn't like the person like in that way. So pretty much, we ended up sparring, and they like kind of lost control. This is earlier in my career, so this is like, we weren't professionals at the time, so I guess I kind of expect more crazy stuff to happen. But yeah, the person, oh man, it was crazy. They brought their church members into the gym and everything, trying to like, I guess, persuade me to talk to them, but I wasn't going for that. So they just kind of like spazzed out and had like real emotional, and we couldn't even get the sparring over with because they started like wrestling and being weird, and I ended up like pulling my arm out some type of way. Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, question 10. Why do you box?
Well, I have to fight. I gotta be doing something physical with myself, but it's because I want to make history for my family, for my grandkids, my great grands and stuff. I want to make history, and they'll look at me and they'll be able to like brag on me about what I've done in my lifetime with their friends and stuff like. But even beyond my family, little girls all around the world, I want them to look at me and be like, oh, okay, that's something awesome that a woman did.
Okay. Question 11. Are you artistic in any way with your hands outside the ring of boxing, as far as like building things, painting, drawing, photography, writing, any type of stuff like that?
I would say no. I don't. I don't do any of that stuff. One of my daughters is a amazing artist, but she didn't get that from me. I don't know where that came from. Uh, I have other skills outside of boxing though, like music. I make music, but that's it.
Okay, like what kind of music?
Songs. Some of my close friends and a few of my supporters, that I've sent them music before. Like, I make rap songs, and some of, like, I moved into R&B after a while, and cause I got family that's involved in the music industry, so I know how to make like real songs.
Okay.
I got a lot of feedback. A lot of people tell me I should do both, but I'm more focused on my actual boxing career.
All right. Well, you can always do music after.
True.
All right. Question 12. If you could live one celebrity's life for 24 hours, who would it be?
It's probably Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
Seems like he's living pretty good, and he has time to train up his grandson. I don't know if you saw that video that was going viral, but he got a little grandbaby that's already shadow boxing. That's cool. Shoot.
All right. There might be a new Floyd in town, huh?
Mm-hmm. Watch, in about 14 years, he gonna be in the amateurs.
Nice. All right. Question 13. Do you like clowns or do clowns freak you out?
I don't like clowns. I wouldn't say they freak me out, but I'm just not interested in them. Uh, yeah, I'm not that type of person that like clowns.
Okay. Now I do mean the ones with the makeup, because I know there's a
Okay,
lot of
okay.
guys.
We do have to specify now because it's
Yeah,
other
because
clowns out
otherwise,
here.
yeah, there's a lot of clowns on the street nowadays. All right, question 14. If you could have a conversation with one person in history, who would it be?
Um, Probably Rosa Parks. Um, I love what she did for my people. I love that she made a stand. I think I'm that type of person, kind of like I'm not the type of person that'll just go with whatever. If I feel like something is wrong, or if somebody's doing something wrong to me, I'm the type of person that's gonna make waves. So I respect that a lot.
Okay. All right, question 15. If you could have a boxing match with any fighter in history, alive or dead, who would your ultimate fight be against?
Love or dead? Oh dang! If it don't have to be a gender, I would probably fight Muhammad Ali and just after we get the fight over, because the build up is gonna be hilarious. He's gonna make up some crazy rhymes and stuff like that, and I rhyme myself, so the build up would be like just crazy back and forth. And then after that, I gotta get an autograph, and he gotta teach me how to do this shuffle.
Okay. All right. Question 16. What are the top 5 things an amateur boxer needs to know when they decide to turn professional, in your opinion?
Need to know that all the partying and uh just all the average stuff that you do, it has to go. You have to lock in and you have to focus, because I know some people that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Even some people that I'm actually close with, and I tell them all the time, you're not gonna make it to the next level like that. So it's like, if you want to do this, like how I wanted to just fight, I just wanted to fight. I had to learn the other side of it, the discipline. I had to learn like what it takes to actually be a fighter. So you gotta really pay attention to that to see if you really want to do this. You gotta be focused, definitely. Can't get in this and still think, oh, I worked hard all week. Friday night we're going clubbing. It's not like that.
Okay. Anything else?
That's pretty much. Oh, if you're getting into it, if you turning pro, um, get a lawyer always. Be very careful who you sign with, because like crazy. Sorry about that. Once you turn pro, all that family, friend stuff and whatever, like anybody that's around you, it could change. It could change the relationship that y'all have. So just always make sure you have a lawyer, and make sure that the manager you pick is the one that's the best for you, no matter what's the situation, what's going on. Be smart when it comes to the business. Don't let people tell you what you're worth either. Like, as long as you doing what you're supposed to do and you're winning and stuff like that, and you training hard, doing everything you're supposed to do, try to aim high when it comes to anything that you offered. That's it
Okay.
when it comes to that.
Let's see. Okay. Question 17. What's the craziest or the funniest story that ever happened between you and a boxing fan?
Me and a boxing fan. I was at a fight one time, and what happened? I was fighting a girl in my hometown, and my family and her family was sitting together at the same in the same section, and they was they a little bit, it riled up a little bit. They started like going back and forth, mad, like man, no, she gonna win. And my family's like, no, this Destiny, you don't know about her, this and that, or whatever. So this what I was told. So they was going back and forth because they were sitting right next to each other. And then as the fight went on, as the fight played out, apparently they switched sides almost. I want to say, because when I got out the ring, they came up and they wanted autographs and stuff like that from me. So I was like, hey.
Oh, not
They
only did you
respected
steal
me.
the,
They was like,
not
oh,
only did you
you
stole the
legit.
victory and her fans.
Pretty much.
Damn, that's good. When you can do that, that's good.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, question 18. Who is someone in your life that has inspired you outside the sport of boxing?
I had to say my mom. I just saw how hard she worked to raise me and my siblings, and she went on. Now she's got a really good career of her own and stuff. Outside of that job she had when we was growing up, she's a author and stuff. So she went and chased her own dreams. So I see, like, all right, I respect that a lot.
So she might be writing a story someday on Lady Tyson.
She might. She's brought it up. She said she would love to tell my story because she's seen a lot of crazy stuff happen in my life that the
Well,
fans don't even know about.
if anybody can tell it better than you or as good as you, it's probably your own mother.
Yep.
So
She been here the whole time, so she definitely knows a lot of stuff.
nice. All right, question 19. If you could go on any reality TV show, which one would you want to go on?
Shoot, I don't even watch TV, so I don't know. I don't keep up with the shows. I really don't even know.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Question
Yeah.
20, your last question. Do you have any hobbies outside the sport of boxing?
Yeah, definitely. Well, like we talked about a little bit before, I make music. I play basketball. I love basketball. That was like one of the things I liked to do when I was a kid, but I never played on a team. Um, I was just good. I got a shot. I got a 3-point shot, and that's it. Don't ask me to do nothing else. Play by the rules or nothing. I don't even know the rules, but I know I can hit a 3-point shot though. And and fishing. Yeah, I like fishing. I just got into that. No, actually, I started getting into it like 6 years ago, but I had to stop because I was too busy. And recently, I went a few times. I actually got good at it. I catch like 20 fish at a time now.
Okay. What kind of fish are you catching?
I'm catching everything. I'm catching bass. Bass are hard to catch. I'm catching crappie, bluegill, trout hard to catch too. I catch all kind of fish. I caught a sucker fish one time. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna take credit for it. One of my people that I was with caught it on a snatch hook, but I pulled it in and put it in the bucket. So I helped catch it. So those things I don't even know what those eat.
All right. You assisted. You assisted in the
I
catch of a
assisted
sucker
in that
fish.
one.
You said you don't know what they eat. They eat everything off the bottom.
Oh, okay.
That's why
it would not jump on the hook. We couldn't get it until we
that's why their mouths are like that, because they just suck stuff off the bottom of it.
It makes sense. It makes sense. We thought it was a what do we think it was? I think we thought it was some type of trout or something because we couldn't see it that good, or a carp or something. I don't know what we thought it was. Oh, I catch catfish too.
Okay.
I always catch catfish.
Do you eat them?
Yeah, for the most part. Sometimes I like them fried though, so I'll just give them away most of the time because I can't eat fried food all the time.
Okay. Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking time out from your training, man, to come on and do the 20 random questions. I want to wish you good luck in your first title fight in Colombia in 3 weeks, and I'm sure all the fans are backing you as well. And we want to continue to watch you grow as a fighter and win more titles. And I know the fans are anxious to see you someday win a world title. So if you got any shout outs to your sponsors or to your fans or anybody, go ahead and give a shout out.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. And this belt, it actually is a world title. It's just not one of the main four. The IBF, WBC, WBA autos. It's another one though. Like how the IBO is, it's a world title, but it's not one of the major four. But yeah, I want to shout out to all my sponsors. I got a whole list of them, constantly sending me gear, constantly shouting me out, constantly looking out for me. Main one, Title Boxing. A new one, the newest one is LBP, Low Bonner Promotions. Never Stop Apparel. I got shirts on sale too. Team Day-Owens shirts. Hit the link in my bio on my social medias for that. And everybody else that support me, shout out to y'all. Y'all been here the whole time, just rocking for me hard, even when I had a layoff. So I always appreciate that. And yeah, just follow me on social media, Destiny Day-Owens, all across the board.
All right, and if you ain't a fan yet of Lady Tyson, you better become one. Don't get on the train late.
Yeah,
because it's already left the station.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I appreciate it, Destiny, and we'll see you soon, and we're gonna keep watching you. Just hold on, and the truth has spoken.
Yes, sir.